Hi, welcome back to It's Whatever, right? I'm your host, Jen, and welcome to episode 20. Yay! I can't believe that this is finally like my 20th episode. I think I'm gonna do this like every 10 episodes or something. I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. And just kind of like interested to see how far I am growing as a podcaster. Um, I mean, I know that we're still in the beginning, but still 20 episodes in. But I think personally, I am a lot farther. I today on my 20th episode than I was on my first episode, even though I still have no idea what I'm doing. I don't even know where I am going with my podcast. It's basically whatever is on the top of my mind. Um, but on to today's episode. So last week, I had like a strange thing happen to me. Well, it's not strange. Well, I guess it is strange, but it isn't strange. Because it has happened to me before. A sleep paralysis. Is that how you say it? Um, Basically, sleep paralysis. I'm gonna read you the definition I have here on Google. It is sleep paralysis is a feeling of being unable to move either at the onset of sleep or upon awakening. The individual's senses and awareness are intact, but they may feel as if there is pressure on them or as they are choking. It may be accommodated accompanied by hallucinations and an intense fear. Um, there's another one where it says like people also ask, what is sleep paralysis demon? That is the sleep demon is actually a hallucinate. Oh my god, is actually a hallucination linked to oh my god, I can't speak today. Sleep sleep paralysis, which occurs when a person is jolted awake in the middle of a rapid eye movement phase of sleep associated with dreaming. You wake up, but your brain is still dreaming, and it's projecting your nightmares into the real world. But today, we're just gonna stick to the basic sleep paralysis and maybe like some kind of like Google search later on. But I used to get these all of the time um, when I in as a teenager. Um, I don't know if you guys had listened to a previous podcast, but about how one of my anyways, I'll just refresh your memory on this one if in case you're new. Um, but when I was a teenager, obviously lived with my parents at the time. We lived in this house, and it was haunted. Well, I don't. It is haunted still. It's still haunted, and basically, um, there is this ghost. His name is Brian. At the top of his head, I can't think of his last name. But his first name is Brian, and Brian would play tricks on us. I don't know if anybody does like or not does believes in the paranormal activity, poltergeist, those kind of things, but I personally do. And you guys can always comment down below if you're listening to this on YouTube. Um, but anyways, basically Brian would play jokes on us and take our stuff, like simple as car keys, for an example. He would take them and we would never find our fucking keys. Never find our fucking car keys. We would search high and low for them and basically be like, dude, the fuck, Brian, please, 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 please give us our fucking keys back. Like there'll be like a spot you fucking put them on like the chain holder or maybe like the coffee table or something, so you know where you put them. But then you would go back to that spot to find your keys, for an example, and they're gone. So we'd be like, Brian, the fuck, please give us our keys fucking back. Like this is no, this is give me my fucking keys. So then yeah, we go walk away, go get a drink or something, take a drink of water, or like go to the bathroom, come back, and the keys are there. It's like when your mom sends you to calls you and she wants you to go to the kitchen and get her something and you go and you're like, Ma, it's not there, you're fucking crazy. And then your mom gets up and she's like, "Yeah, I swear to fucking God, if it's there, I will fucking beat you." Gets up and it's there. And you're just like, it wasn't there. But basically that. So yeah, and as a teenager, there'll be times where I live in Ontario, in Canada, where we don't have earthquakes. Well, I shouldn't say we don't have earthquakes, but we don't often feel them. It's like as simple as like it feels like a truck drove by and your cup shakes a little bit and you're just like, did we just have an earthquake? I'm unsure. But basically, we don't have earthquakes in Ontario. But um, there would be like nights where I'd be laying in bed and then all of a sudden my bed would viciously shake like as if there was an earthquake. But there wasn't actually an earthquake. It's just nothing else would be shaking, but it would just be my bed. Um, and things like that. Or we'd be sitting on there was like one night where my parents went away and they normally go away on the weekends to go camping and stuff and go to the trailer. Um, so I think I was like maybe 19, 20 at this time. It's like a Friday night. My parents are out. My brother's doing something. I don't fucking know. But anyways, I don't remember. But I was watching TV, and this is like before my parents had renovated like the living room and the front room and stuff. This is how like the my layout was set. But basically, the way that the TV and the couch were, you could, at your peripheral, you could see, like, if you looked over to the right a little bit, you can see the front door. But anyways, this night, I only had, like, the living room light on. So, but you could still see, like, from the glare and the light, you can see the front door. And through the corner of my eye and watching TV, you can see a man at the front door. And so I didn't really catch it really, because, like, it's the corner of my eye and watching a movie. But then the dog starts growling and barking towards down the hall at the front door. Okay. So how this layout is set, there's like a little hallway, like the front door. You come in, and as soon as you come in, there's a door, like a glass door. And then you have like what we call like the front room, and then you come down the hall. The stairs go up, and then there's another door on the left to come into the living room. Now, between the living room and what we call the front door, front hall, or oh my god, front room, sorry, is this big, nice French archway. So it's like almost like an open concept. Sorry. So it's like an open concept. So where the couch is sitting, on the angle you can see the front door. So the dog is barking and growling down this hallway, and I look over and you can see a figure of a man standing there. Like big, giant, 6'5" man. Okay, and he's wearing this big black, looks like every time I would like see him or catch a glimpse of him, it kind of looks like a raincoat. Have you like seen like I Know What You Did Last Summer? That kind of rain gear that he has on. Um, yeah, so I practically in frantic stood right the fuck up, and then ran to the hallway, and I was like, what the fuck? Turned the light on and it vanished. Do you know what's funny? So he can't go through the first door like as soon as you come into the front room, because we have that kind of blocked off with stuff. So it's like a glass door. We have it blocked off, and the front door was locked. So basically, the only way that you can go is forward towards the stairs in the living room. And it was like trippy as fuck because like this thing, entity has nowhere else to go. The front door, both like the deadbolt and like the handle has a lock. So both the deadbolt and the handle are fucking locked. Like, the fuck? It was like so scary. So for like the rest of the day, for like the rest of the night, I basically turned on all of the fucking lights. I basically texted my mom. I was like, the fuck? And then let the dog out quickly and like rushed the dog out for a quick piss. And then we practically, as shutting off the lights, each light, we're practically running up the fucking stairs. Shut my bedroom door and was like, no, we're done for the night there, bro. Like, we're done. I honestly believe that there was probably like not just him. I think that there was like two ghosts or maybe even three, but I think there was like a second ghost. There was like another incident where my brother, he had sometimes his girlfriend would sleep over, and there was one night where the dog was whining, and it was like the middle of the night and the dog was whining, and I woke up and I could feel this impression beside me. I had like a single bed and I can feel an impression beside me. I rolled over to this figure on the bed and I was like telling my brother's girlfriend, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you're in the wrong fucking bed. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. And I went to go push her, and then I kind of like noticed I didn't like the figure fell, and I noticed that I didn't actually feel anything. And I immediately like turned the light on, and the thing disappeared. But the catch was that there was like enough room between the dog and the bed for an actual adult to like be sitting on the floor. So that was like creepy as fuck. But back on topic, um, sleep paralysis. Um, I used to get them all the time as a teenager, pretty regularly actually. Um, but that was like mostly 'cause like I'm a huge bookworm, so I read a lot. Um, I studied a lot, so it's kind of like my brain was always like working. I was like a huge fucking nerd at bookworm. Always like, so I always thought, like, I looked it up recently, but anyways, so it usually happened like in the middle of the night. I would normally have like a nightmare or something or a bad dream, and my I would wake up, like my brain would wake up, but then my body would still be asleep, and it felt like so weird and stuff. But recently, it happened last week. My parents had moved to a new place, and they went away camping last week, so I had spent a night or two at their house. So last Wednesday, I went to their house. I think they might have brought a spirit in, like a ghost in, or like this is just like a new ghost or something. But I was just minding my own business, watering the garden, feeding the fish, the bird, whatnot. And me and my dog, I went to the bathroom and he stood at the bottom of the stairs, whining. So I so I'm in the bathroom. Obviously, I left the door open a little bit, um, trying to call him upstairs, and I can hear his paws on the floor, backing away. And eventually, he came up and he like rushed into the bathroom and laid down. But the room I stayed in, my room, um, I always got like this impression that somebody was watching me. Like I wasn't alone, but the thing is, I was already like throughout the entire house and whatnot, and there was actually nobody there. Um, when I got like this feeling of somebody was there, I did search the whole house. Nobody was there. I was the only one home, the only one that I know that has a key, and my parents are away. They're like 4.5, 5 hours away, so it wasn't them. But I always got this impression that somebody else was in the room. Um, so I first tried to get my dog to sleep with me and whatnot. That's when it first happened. This is why I don't sleep on my. This is why I don't sleep on my back. I kind of dozed off. I fell asleep. Like I could feel myself fall. Usually you just like fall asleep, but I could feel myself fall asleep, and it was like so. Like to me, it was like it felt like so stressful because like I could feel myself falling asleep, and my brain was still on. I didn't fall asleep, and it almost felt like so I kind of panicked, and then it didn't last long. I woke up, and then it would happen again. And then the dog left the bed, and I rolled back on my back, and then my head kind of like went off to the right, and then I was like, my head, I'm like, oh no, because I could feel myself fall right back into it. But then when I would go on my side, I could feel, when I would fall asleep, I would feel myself just skip over the sleep paralysis and fall right into sleep. But then when on my back, the third time, it felt like just like the definition said, it felt like somebody was like sitting on top of my chest, and then somebody was holding down my legs. And then because the way that my chin fell so my body could fall asleep, it kind of fell into my neck, and I was like, I can't breathe, and you can't talk. I'm trying to scream out for Milo. I can't talk loud. Milo's my dog, by the way. But whispering for my dog would happen, and then after I did that, my body woke up. But it was like the most trippiest, most scariest thing like on the planet, because it feels like I'm being both smothered and basically being smothered by sleep. And it was like the most like trippiest thing on like the planet. But anyways, I am going to leave it at that today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's podcast. If not, it's whatever, right? Because it doesn't really matter. But don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you are new, and don't forget to share it so everybody else can share the same experience as you. If not, it's whatever, right? And I will see you in the next podcast. Bye.